Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. Hope you're doing great. Today, we're going to be talking about what is going on with MSFS 2024 and why I've decided to go back to 2020. Stay tuned. So we're sitting here at Cascais Airport with the A2A Comanche 250 on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and not 2024. I'm just going to start up the airplane, we'll get in the air, and we'll talk about why I went back. So let's get going. So we have the battery. We should probably turn on our nav lights. This thing is very, very slow to turn. I wish they made it a bit faster. Go ahead and select our tanks. Make sure fully rich. Propeller. We'll get 4 strokes of primer. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Close that. Parking brake is set. Throttle just a bit open. Beacon light. Keys. Fuel pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And crank it. Alright. Good engine start. Let's go ahead and turn on the avionics. P28. And that should be it for now. Alrighty, so let's get going. Here we go. And we're up in the air. You're up. And we'll turn left to Capt. So, what is going on with 2024? Now, the release, as we know, was very, very bumpy. Okay, extremely bad. It was so unstable. A lot of people had crashes, but for some reason, I was actually enjoying it. I didn't have a lot of troubles with it. I was having a pretty smooth experience. Things were working out for me, so I was happy. Then another patch came out on, I think, just after release day or something that fixed most of the issues. Then patch number 3 came out, which addressed the horrible, horrible performance hiccup that we had with the airports. In theory, because I kept having those issues. And then I had to go back to 2020 to try some stuff out that I wanted to try. And I realized that I made the switch to 2024 a bit too soon. 2024 is in a horrible state right now, and I'm not sure when it's going to recover. At the moment, it is not a good sim. It is basically 2020 with a bit of random stuff, clunky UIs, and I guess gamification aspects. You know, the career mode, the bush leagues, the world photographer, those are all eye candy and gamey stuff. Yes, it's interesting. I was actually enjoying it quite a bit. I was looking forward to continue the career mode on the channel, but it's not why I actually simulate flying. I like realistic flying. I like to plan my flight plans and have a progression system that is based on realistic operations, where, you know, at least somehow close to being realistic operations. And unfortunately, 2024 career mode, for example, is very, very restrictive. If you guys saw my first video on the career mode, you might have noticed that I said that I feel like this is a bit too restrictive, and it is. It is completely just a game. The career mode is so restrictive. You gotta do everything by, you know, following the ribbons, following the gates. Otherwise, it's not gonna work out. I don't like it. There's a lot of grind that is just not worth it. So the career mode is off for me. Like, I'm done with it. I actually recorded 2 more videos on the career mode, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna post them. They were okay. I didn't edit them, but I recorded them, and I just don't want to go back to the career mode in 2024. I might actually just go back to flying Neofly in 2020. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see a Neofly career instead of a 2024 career. I'd appreciate your feedback. Now, moving over to the World Photographer. Now, that is a nice feature. I like to take pictures and all that stuff, but then again, another gamification aspect of the simulator. I wasn't really flying aircraft, I was just weirdly positioning the aircraft to take a good picture. Either by landing in an extremely unrealistic place just to take a few photos, or just actually stopping mid-air, pausing the simulator just to get that shot. I like it, it's cool, but it's not really what I boot up FlightSim for. But I was enjoying it. Maybe I was just in the hype train, and I was trying to make the best out of it with all the content creators and stuff, but I kinda got done with that. On top of that, there are apparently some World Photographer challenges that you need to complete on specific days of the year at a specific time. Yeah, that's not gonna happen for me. Sorry, I'm not gonna be here in an equinox day at like 7 AM just to get a picture in a flight sim. Alright, not gonna happen. Moving over to the leagues, I felt it was a bit too easy to climb. I managed to get to the top tier because I did, like, every week I did the challenges. I managed to be in the top 3 every week, and I felt there was just not enough people, so it was easy to climb the ranks. I ended up the season as Diamond, so I don't know. What's the reward for it anyways? Is there actually any reward? And then again, it's just another gamification aspect of 2024. Now, putting the gamification aspect to the side, we have, you know, with the Bush Leagues, the World Photographer, and the career mode, put that aside. Forget that they exist. We have a core sim, right? We have a sim that is basically like the free flight mode that you can fly anywhere in the world with the airplane that you want. Good. It sounds good in theory. Planes, at least the default ones, like the 172 planes, handle better in 2024 than they do in 2020. Okay, they feel more realistic. The ground handling is superb. I enjoy it. The graphics, I can't really fault it. They look like an enhanced version of 2020. But the UI, oh man, the UI is terrible. Okay, when I went back to 2020 to try some stuff, I was like, what? Why is this so smooth all of a sudden? And why is 2024 so clunky? I don't know. It really grinded my gears, because I saw how much of a smooth experience I was missing because I jumped the wagon way too soon. 2024 UI is horrendous. It actually doesn't look good at all. That blue doesn't look good. It's very clunky, very laggy menus. Every time you open the toolbar window, it just stutters the sim. It's those micro things, those small things that you don't really notice if you don't pay attention, that might just get you through. In a perfect world, if there were no, if there was no MSFS, if there was no X-Plane, V3D, FSX, and you were just left with the world with 2024, then fine. That is a pretty good sim. But when you have a world that has so many sims, with so much to offer, and you have the predecessor that actually flies, looks, well, it doesn't look better, but flies and works better, why would I just make the switch so quick? I don't know why I did it, but it was way too soon, and I regret it. On top of the clunky UI, the visuals look great. Like, I can't fault the visuals. The turbulence feels a lot better than 2020, but the add-ons they just don't work yet. Yes, it's very soon, and at least the Phoenix kinda works, but the Phoenix is suffering, at least for me, from massive performance hits. which make flying from A to B a pain in the butt. You might take off from point A, fly all the way there with great FPS, but then all of a sudden you're landing and you get these horrible stutters that they were supposed to fix, that you just can't actually land and enjoy the landing. And then when you get on the ground, you still can't taxi because it's stuttering all over the place. And it's definitely not my computer. I used to run it just fine, and I actually run it just fine with GA aircraft. And my FPS with Phoenix at the departure airport and the cruise portion of the flight is actually above 75 FPS, so it's good. So something is definitely off with that sim, I think. Might be wrong, but I think. And then there's another thing. Developers, even though the simulator has been out for just over a month now, yeah, 19th of November. We're now on like the 27th of December. So yeah, just over a month. It doesn't seem like developers are too focused on providing support to 2024. Okay, Phoenix has basically released the A320 and the 19 and 21 and said, hey, it kind of works. We're not going to be paying too much attention to it. So if you want to deal with the bugs, go ahead and do it. It's kind of their message. PMDG is not even. They can't even try because apparently they're having some issues with the way the airplanes are being developed. So the big guys, they can't really get on to 2024 in a very comfortable way. The small developers are having, well, they're taking a long time to update their aircraft. Scenery is the same stuff. It's not good. I was really hoping that the launch was bad, but that recovering from the launch, and I think I've said it before, but that recovering from a bad launch would be faster than it was with 2020. But now I see things taking a turn. I see 2020 as a very stable sim, a very beautiful sim, a sim that has a lot of good working add-ons, and I see 2024 as a failed launch. Hopefully, and I'm really hoping for it, I will be wrong. I really want to be wrong, because 2024 is supposed to be a step forward in the right direction. At the moment, at least for me, it is not. I would love to hear your opinion on the comment section below, and I would love to get this video out there to people so they can express their opinions. So if you can, share with everybody and like the video. It always helps out the channel grow, but it also allows us to collect more and more opinions about this issue. But these are basically the reasons why I went back to 2020. It's just so stable, everything works, I don't have to deal with bugs and weird UIs. It's just a more pleasant experience at this time. So I think that really sums it up. Until the next one, safe flights to everyone. See ya!